All right, welcome aboard. Look, before you even think about touching a winch or a crane, we need to talk. We've got to cover the single most important tool you're going to use out here. And trust me, it's the one thing that will keep you and every single person on this vessel safe.
And no, it's not what you think. It isn't the crane, it's not the winch. You won't find it in any toolbox on this ship. It's your voice, simple as that. It's about the clarity, the discipline, and the absolute professionalism you put into every single transmission. See, out here, the way we talk to each other, that's the razor-thin line between a smooth, successful operation and a complete disaster. And listen, that's not just some nice-sounding quote for a poster on the wall. That right there is a lesson written in steel and learned the hard way. You'll find it in incident reports all across this industry. So if you remember one thing, remember this. We get communications right every single time, no exceptions. All right, Section 1, Captain's Orders. And I want you to think of these less as rules and more as the very lifeline that keeps this whole crew safe and sound. So our whole foundation rests on 5 pillars. First, discipline. That means you follow protocol without fail, no cutting corners. Then, clarity, so you're understood the first time every time. Professionalism in every single thing you say. Teamwork, which is all about making sure we're all reading from the same playbook. And maybe the most important one, a rock-solid understanding of the procedures before you even think about keying that mic. Okay, Section 2. Let's talk about the golden rules of the airwaves. You've got to understand, the radio isn't your personal chat line. It's a shared, professional workspace, and it has rules that keep us safe and efficient. Now, these are non-negotiable. You always identify your station and who you're calling. I never want to hear, "Hey, Jim, it's Bob," ever. It's Vessel Bridge calling Vessel Tech. You speak slowly, you speak clearly, you repeat commands back to confirm you got it right, and you keep it brief. The airwaves are for work and work only, period. This right here shows you exactly why ambiguity is so dangerous. We fight it with something called standard marine communication phrases. It's our universal language, so you don't say, "Hey, you might be using the wrong shackle." No, you say, "Warning, check the shackle is correct." You don't ask, "Can the divers go in?" You state, "Question, do divers have permission to enter the water?" See the difference? One is a suggestion, the other is a clear, direct statement. It removes every last bit of doubt. That is what I mean by discipline.
So you need to understand that great communication isn't luck. It doesn't just happen. We engineer it. Before any operation starts, we have a solid plan. Everyone knows exactly who to talk to, how to reach them, and what the backup plan is if the first way fails.
This is what we call a communications matrix. Think of it as your cheat sheet for who to call and how. Every key station, the bridge, the engine control room, dive control, has a primary, a secondary, and even a tertiary, or third, way to communicate. The point is, there is absolutely no excuse for not being able to reach someone. You need to study this, know it inside and out. And this flowchart? This is literally the map of our conversations. It shows every single critical link on this vessel. All the phones, the open comms, the alert systems, everything, and how it all connects. Your number one job is to look at this map and know exactly where you are. No guessing. Now, all these plans and charts are useless if the gear doesn't work, right? So every single shift, without fail, starts with these checks. It's a ritual. First, power. We make sure everything is on and juiced up. Second, we do a test call on all channels. Can you hear me now? We need to know. Third, we check the batteries on all the portable radios. And finally, we log everything. We write it down. We never, ever assume our equipment is good to go. We verify. We prove it. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about when things go wrong. Because let's be honest, eventually, something will. All these rules, all these plans, all these checks, they're not for the easy days. They're for the moments when the pressure is immense and every single second counts. So I'm going to ask you this directly. Picture it. You're right in the middle of a critical operation, maybe a heavy lift, maybe you've got divers in the water, and your radio just goes dead silent. What is the very first thing you do? Don't just answer. Really think about it. The answer is simple, and it is always the same. You stop all work immediately. You don't guess what the other guy is thinking. You don't assume anything. You make the situation safe, period. Because an operation without communication is just an uncontrolled hazard waiting to happen. Only after everything is stopped and secure do you switch to your backup system. You confirm you have contact again, and only then do you even think about resuming. All right, let's bring this all together now. We've gone over a lot. Rules, hardware, procedures. But you know what? It really all boils down to one single simple idea. One. That's it. That's all it takes. Just one garbled message, one misunderstood command, one person deciding to break protocol just this once. Just one single slip-up can put this entire operation, and more importantly, every single person on it, in jeopardy. So I need you to remember this. When you're out here, your voice isn't just your own anymore. The moment you key that mic, you're speaking for the safety of every single soul on this vessel. Your discipline, that's their protection. It's that simple. That is the responsibility you carry now. It's about being a trusted, solid, reliable link in the chain that keeps all of us safe. So the only question left is, are you ready for that?